What's going on, YouTube? Up here to talk about some content right quick. Wanted to make a video, but also for the record, I don't think polygamy for me. One female is a headache enough. But hold on, let me get my food right quick. Well, I ain't gonna say get it. Let me make me a sandwich right quick. I'm gonna be here. Hopefully, this get enough time for at least someone to join. If not, we're gonna continue when I get back in front of the screen. Oh, we're getting drinking for yeah, I ain't gonna even lie. Religion is just as friendly, bro. It ain't for me. Yeah, no, they can have it. It ain't for me. Hold on. 1 second. Yeah, come 1 second. Hold on, just making my sandwich right quick. My sandwich. Here we go. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Here we go. I'm back in front of the laptop. I wanted to go ahead and do a video based on content, though. Just to throw a disclaimer out there. I tried polygamy and I don't like it, man. That's just too many females to appease, bro. It ain't cut out for me. But yeah, I wanted to talk about a topic that's been going on lately. We all know that we had a recent event that just went on. They call it the that geostorm. And the geostorm allegedly exposed the northern lights, or aka the aurora borealis, right? But I just want to show you how the devil deceived, though, right? Let me go ahead to Facebook right quick and just see if I could pull up something with there go my homeboy looking zesty. Okay, Jones, love, I see you. But let me just pull up something right quick because I want to show y'all from some of my Facebook friends' point of view instead of what we see normally going through with randoms on here. Let me see. What should I type? Okay, let's go. Let me see. Am I spelling that right? Yep. I want to see if any of my Facebook friends. Okay, so here we go. Any one of my Facebook friends. So this is a current event, the geostorm that we just experienced allegedly, quote unquote, with air quotes, right? So I'm gonna just show you how deceitful the devil is, right? So this was saying like in parts of California, certain parts of the United States, and mostly in Alaska and Canada and whatever and whatnot. But I'm gonna just show you though, because Nikki said something about this too. Shout out to a call too as well, because they had spoke on this. But I'm gonna show you how it all ties together, right? So y'all know we just experienced a geostorm and it exposed to northern lights, or aka the aurora borealis, right? But what a lot of people haven't been paying attention to is these people have found a way to mimic this as they do with everything. So I'm gonna just show y'all something right quick. Let me see. I just want to show you how powerful the things is that these people do. Let me see. I should have had this pulled up beforehand though, but I just want to show you how deceitful the devil is, right? Here we go. Look, so this is something that they just did. Let me pull up this article too before I dive into this though, because Nikki Nicole, my dog and all this dog hair, pointed out this too. Pope speaks on what was it? Super. Can I find it this way? Yeah, okay, that's it. This is right here too. So I just want to show you how clever these people is and how they found a way to manipulate the electromagnetic frequency, I mean the electromagnetic field, and by using microwave and radio frequencies and things of this nature, because the Pope came out and he basically is telling us that basically we should get familiar with, or basically they led him in a position to police what supernatural and the current events that's going to occur. So basically the job of the Pope right now is to prep us for what I believe to be blue beam project or whatever or whatnot. So he's telling us basically how to use discernment when we're witnessing or think we're witnessing some supernatural occurrence or something of the nature, right? So what I want y'all to know is that the aurora borealis, the thing that we just had, where this just was happening the other day. You see the green lights right here. The experiment itself, this was in 2018. It was conducted. It said sending radio pulses into the upper atmosphere can create splotches of red and green light. This was experiments that a university did. They already figured it out. They said if you live in and around Glaucona, Alaska, and recently saw some eerie lights in the sky, don't worry, they were all a part of a science experiment. We all know that these people literally have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. And we're not witnessing nothing new under the sun. These people want to take the place of God, the creator, whatever it is, the most high that y'all want to label him or her or it as. So these people came out with years ago, 2017, 2018. They've been learn how to create this whole phenomenon that we know as the Northern Lights. And when you dig further into it, it's going to tell you exactly how it's done. Let me just see if I can find the original article. I have it pulled up on my phone, but far away as the laptop, this is somewhat of a freestyle. But I just want to show y'all how it's all calculated, because they're really pushing this Look, this has been going on since. Really don't understand the direct cause of Northern Lights comes from a series of rocket experiments formed. Proof that scientists really do understand. This is from 1981. These people has been hurting us and been literally guiding us into this blue beam project. It's crazy that so many of us know about blue beam and so many of us are so unaware on the steps that's going to be implemented to continue to trick us when it comes to this. So when we see articles speaking about UFOs in the sky, this, that, and the third, one thing that you will have to realize that whenever you see these people come out with articles or you see segments or clips floating around on social media, notice when they're showing these alleged UFOs that there's never going to be any type of fighter jets behind them. You're never going to see the Air Force. You're never going to see the military. You're never going to see NORAD. You're never going to see any of these people. So it's amazing that people still fall for something like this, because you think that if a UFO was to be flying over or hovering over any city for that matter at all, and people have their cellular devices to document this, you think that you're not going to see fighter jets behind it if we looked at these type of unidentified objects or UAPs as an imminent threat. Whenever you go and see a UFO clip and you see it online, that's one of the main things you're never going to see. Fighter jets chasing it, this and it's never going to look like Independence Day. We're never going to see a clip like that. We one have to think though, why would it be so many clips up of UFOs being in the sky, this phenomenon, this, that, and the third, these unidentified objects, and we never see our military, our Air Force, with no jets, helicopters, or nothing chasing it. We always see just that UAP that they want us to see. But this goes into the whole fact of the blue beam thing. When I say that they're ready to pour something out of the woodwork that we never witnessed and we never seen before, and they're literally just prepping us. I want to dig into this article. It says, let me see if I can look at a video so we can hear it, so we don't have to put up with me trying to read and stumble over words and so on and so forth, right? Let's see if I can find a more recent article. Let's see. This is all a freestyle, so if we don't, then we're gonna just go ahead and refer into the article I had pulled up. I just want y'all to see, because these people literally tell us, when I tell y'all that they are literally telling us right here, they already conducted experiments in 1981. So after 1981, they're literally telling y'all that they have the science, the technology to create these same phenomena in the sky. And that's just like when it comes to geoengineering, how we've been seeing so many of these tornadoes touching down in Nebraska, all throughout the United States. If y'all want to put up recent articles or whatever or whatnot, we already are familiar with geoengineering, with them cloud seeding, using aluminum, barium, firewise, and the trails that the jets put out or whatever or whatnot to make these fake clouds and things of this nature. So we could clearly see here that this is not scientific. This is not no conspiracy theory. This is them literally telling you that sending radio pulses into the upper atmosphere can create splotches of red and green light. So what I don't understand is why people don't do more research when it comes to this. How is aurora borealis created? So let's see. The aurora veteran with over 15 years of seeing aurora borealis, her whatever how you pronounce it. I ain't about to even play with that word. Explains the aurora borealis is caused by electrical charged particles that are released by the sun and travel 150 million kilometers, right? Notice that the key words here is that they have highlighted electrical charged particles. Now, when you get into geoengineering, it's the exact same thing, right? Let me see cloud seed. Let's see what the definition gonna be of that. I just want to show y'all. They're using the exact same tactics, the exact same method. Improves the cloud ability to produce rain or snow by introducing tiny ice nuclei into certain types of sub-freezing clouds. Nuclei present the base of snowflakes. What U.S. states use cloud seeding? Who is funding cloud seeding programs? Cloud seeding programs occur worldwide in the Western. It's telling you right here what's going on. It's literally telling you in the Western United States, and the agency supporting efforts. I want to find that article. Let me look up my phone right quick. So it gonna seem as though that I'm AFK, but I'm just pulling up the article I already got on my phone, so I could type it in verbatim, so I could pull up this exact article. I'm just showing y'all they're literally telling us what they're gonna do before they do it, and then when the bots or the NPCs look. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to you right now, bro. You're not woman. I'm on live right now, bro. I deal with you.
I just called you to say I might have been me. I'm sorry. I just want you to be well. That's all.
Okay, well, we'll talk about this on at some other time. I'll call you after I finish with, because right now I'm currently on YouTube live.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna be
All right,
okay.
all right.
I didn't mean to be rude. I just don't.
That's okay. Rude, being rude, part of your nature. I didn't came to terms with that, but I hit you up. We'll talk about it. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, my bad. That's girlfriend number two. She's tweaking right now. I'm ready to break up with her. Polygamy is not for me. I don't got the patience to deal with two women. No, sir. But let me dig up this article real quick. She got me sidetracked. I ain't got time for that. Okay, let me see. Here we go. This exact article. Let's see. Pop science. Here we go. Pop science. Let's see what they're saying. I want to pull up this exact. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, dealing with heart. They even let you know that it's dealing with heart. This is what crazy because the average person don't even know what harp is. Let me see harp. Yeah, let me make sure this is the right article. Oh yeah, this is the article. Then she texts me soon as she get off the phone. Lord, I don't got time to keep answering questions or telling the person, a grown adult, what they messed up or went wrong. It ain't my job to discipline you or to raise you. Your mama, your daddy should have did that. I ain't even playing on being funny. Okay, here we go. Yep, this is the exact article. So it's telling you about heart, which we all should know about. For those who don't know about heart, and things of that nature. Why science is used. Let me click this off. It's telling you that they literally created it because, as I stated, they even said during this geostorm that the grid should go down. They're prepping us. Really, they're really hurting the sheep. And if it wasn't for people like Carl, all of those who's in the truth, Nikki Nicole, those are the two people that I seen speak about this article in particular, or whatever or whatnot. It said why scientists use these radio transmitters to create artificial aurora. Sending radio pulses into the upper atmosphere can create splotches of red and green light, solely dealing with heart. Here's heart based in Alaska, so on and so forth, right? So it said if you live around Glaucana, Glaucana, Alaska, I'm gonna have to like Google that word to figure out how to pronounce it. First time I've even stumbled upon that. Alaska recently saw some eerie lights in the sky. Don't worry, they were all a part of a science experiment earlier this week. Researchers from the University of Alaska, Fairbanks. Why would you pop up so late, bald head, big ear, mother? Earlier this week, researchers from the University of Alaska, Fairbanks, and several other U.S. institutes created artificial auroras by sending radio pulses into the Earth's ionosphere using HARP, High Frequency Active Aurora Research Program, transmitters on the ground. The frequencies of these transmissions were between 2.8 and 10 megahertz. So, just by this alone, we already could see and understand that all of this could be mimicked. Everything that they've been doing. So what I believe is what I know to be true. I ain't gonna even say I believe. Let me pull up this other article so y'all can see what the Pope is doing right now, or the how can I say it? How could I say it? The authority that they granted the Pope and how he's misleading Christians and all those who follow him, right? I gotta find this article because I want to be specific and to show y'all and connect the dots or about exactly what it is that what they're doing right now. Because this is weird though, because like I said, they're literally showing us, and all it takes is for a person to use their medulla, to use their brain, and you could clearly see the games that these people are playing, the play that these people are running. Pope speak on. Let me see if this gonna pull it up. All right, I'm gonna go to Nick and Nicole page right quick because I want to just show y'all something. Maybe I could catch a glimpse of the article that they presented on there because it's very important to what's going on. They had Gangs talking about a number still live. He was just cooking on his live too. Let me see. I should bring her up. Who the fuck? That ain't Nick and Nicole. Get your ass up out of here. I should motherfuck you too. That motherfucker. No, yeah. It's just weird when you start to see things and connect the dots and things of this nature. It's very
That's
weird
good, my
because
people, my peeps.
the
Well,
average person literally do not see what's going on or what's coming, and they steady tell us about the grid going down when really they're, Chicago demons. Was it a laugh? Was it a video? Was it a? Let me see. Scott pay back the Pope. Oh, I hope she. Was it a laugh that she did? Or was it a short? Might have been a short. Yep, here we go. Right here, right. Let me see if I could.
So apparently, the Vatican is preparing people
Here we go.
because we about to be seeing supernatural beings, demons, apparitions, and so they're getting ready to give us a
But
guidelines,
I
right?
like this.
And so even schools are setting up drill tests in case aliens come. This teacher went on record to say that schools are having drills, test lockdowns for skinwalkers. Last but not least, they're preparing you for the demon face syndrome. In my opinion, two things are going to go down: the fake alien invasion, or they're going to release demonic creatures above ground. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. So, apparently, the Vatican is preparing people.
Vatican prayer. Here we go. I want to get that article right there. Vatican preparing guidelines. Let's pull that article up because I want to dig into that article for a little bit right quick so y'all can see. Vatican preparing guidelines. Here we go. Now it's saying, it's saying Vatican preparing guidelines for apparitions, other supernatural phenomena, but basically they're speaking on how to use discernment, how to tell whether this what you're seeing is actually real or fake. So the Vatican is literally preparing guidelines. So when y'all see something supernatural or what y'all don't believe to be true, they're literally telling y'all how to discern whether it's real or fake. The Vatican is preparing to release document giving guidance on how to discern supernatural phenomena. The Holy See Press Office announced the upcoming document will be published May 17th. I can't wait till that come out with a live stream press conference featuring prefect for the that well, I've never even seen that word. Let's see. Dicastry for the doctrine of the faith. Don't even do that. No, it's not letting me in there, bro. It's really not letting me in Hernandez has previously said that is in the process of finalizing a new text with clear guidelines and norms for the discernment of apparitions and other phenomena according to the National Catholic Register. So here it is. The Vatican City is taking full charge on telling you or molding you into what to think that's what's real and what's not. So they're hijacking your discernment. Basically, they don't want you to rely on your own discernment. They're telling you how to use your discernment, whether you should think that this is real or this is fake. When I say that something wild is ready to go on, and I know a lot of us already sense that with the upcoming election, with everything that's been going on, with the anomalies we've been seeing coming from Antarctica in the ocean, with the 83-foot waves, with the increased sightings of these UAPs and UFOs, so on and so forth. But whenever it gets to this point where the Vatican literally has to set guidelines, because we know that the Vatican, first and foremost, is the very basis of Christianity. And we all know this. So I don't practice any religion or things of this nature, but we all probably could agree that there's been an attack on Christianity within the last few years with whatever or whatnot, with the whole um churches of Satan being introduced to the schools. Matter of fact, there was an article not too long ago that a Christian drove from like 4 or 5 states. He drove like 700 miles with a pipe bomb, and he's supposed to bomb a satanic church near a school or whatever or whatnot. And when you see things like this going on, and then they're giving the satanic church like the spotlight on Fox News, and they're literally making these people out to be the victim. These people who's worshiping Satan. So when you see that the devil has the ability to deceive us on a mass scale like that, and you see all of these things transpiring right in front of us. So right now, they that came up with a way. If this the case, and a geostorm really hit us, and the aurora borealis or the northern lights that we just all witnessed and we see floating around on on social media, if they had the science and the technology to mimic and create that, why wouldn't this be national news though? Why wouldn't this be national news? So if they have the science and the technology to create these phenomenons out of thin air using radio frequencies and microwave waves and things of this nature, how is this not a topic of discussion? But when people like us connect the dots and draw the lines or whatever or whatnot, they literally label us as conspiracy theorists when they're telling us that they have all this in their arsenal. So when a lot of people, the trolls and things of this nature, I don't get it. Like, say for instance, your let's say Nick Indigos, your Nerve Gorillas, and whatever other popular trolls is in the TI community. When I think of these guys and them coming into our chats, trolling us, saying all this old weird stuff, telling us that we're schizophrenic and things of this nature. When it comes to unrefutable facts such as this that I'm showing, and that other people who's in the truth is showing, they could never rely solely on this. So it's like, in what like realm do these people exist, or is it to the point where are they even like real people? Is it artificial intelligence who's running these dummy jokes, or are these people really scared to the point where they have no choice but to cooperate with the system and with the program? Because I could believe 1000% that if the program or the people, the elites that's in charge, who's orchestrating and pulling the strings, as being able to create these illusions on a mass scale, when these people feel as though that they want to troll us and they think that they're safe, what gives these people the right, or what put them in the state of mind that they're actually safe from the same people who's manipulating the world on a mass scale? That's one thing that I don't get about it. But you know, an admiration refers to an instant in which a divine entity, such as a saint, the Virgin Mary, or Christ himself, make itself known to a person on earth. The concept is a recurring theme in the Bible, and most Christian denominations affirm the belief that such brushes with the supernatural can still occur today in various capacities. The Catholic Church urges extreme prudence before ascribing phenomenon to a supernatural force. warning that being too quick to attribute divine origin to explainable occurrences can damage the faith and warp belief. When I say I never thought that I would see spiritual warfare at a rate like I'm seeing right now, or what we're all witnessing right now, because for the Vatican alone to come out with an article like this and tell us that they're going to give us an update on the 17th of this month right now, telling us how to discern what's real from fake when it comes to the supernatural world. That's a supernatural or spiritual attack within itself. I'm talking about one like I really never thought that I would witness. I ain't even saying that to be funny. Alleged admirations are usually documented and scrutinized by the diocesan, whatever, bishop's office, and then forwarded to Rome for further investigation. All them people weird. The last time the Vatican doctrinal office released guidance of admirations was in 1978 under Pope Paul IV. The document norms regarding the manner of proceedings and the discernment of presumed admirations of or revelations was released due to the increased influence of mass media. The America of Fatima in 1917 is perhaps the most well documented admiration in the modern day. After a alleged series of appearances by the Virgin Mary to several peasant children that promised a public miracle, tens of thousands of people in Fatima, Portugal, claimed to witness the sun move erratically across the sky, produce radiant colors for several minutes. But we all know that they've been experimenting with this second sun. We know that China been mastered this. We know that the sun that we see on a day-to-day basis is not the sun that we used to see 15, 20 years ago. We all know this. They actually got a video of a sun simulation exploding in Alaska. Whenever you see something like this going on, notice how it always stems from Alaska, just like that. This right here, let me put it up. They also tried to tell us that this was a they also tried to tell us that this right here was uh what was it? Anomaly within the. It was a defect within the systems, and that we wasn't seeing what we were seeing because the system was fucked up, and there was an error going on with it. What? Lo to behold, 2 weeks after that, this same thing popped up coming from Alaska. This right here. Let's just watch this right quick and just show you how it all ties in, because these people manipulate
On
us
wave
and
anomaly
play us
south
when I
of
say at
Africa. Waves
all
smoke
time rate.
over
It's ridiculous.
80 feet out of nowhere, over an area bigger than Texas.
The wind is so strong in Cape Town, it has reversed the tide. No waves.
Now they told us that this was a defect within the system, and what we were seeing and witnessing was not really going on, and their system was to blame for it because this wasn't going on. So people from Cape Town, Africa, actually started to record as this event was going on, and at the same time that the system was detecting these high 80-foot waves or whatever or whatnot. This is what's going on. The wind was so strong in Cape Town, it has reversed the tide nor waves. But I'm not sure how many of you know this or know this to be a fact. Whenever you see this occurring near an ocean or near a coast or a big body of water, when you see the water residing like this or receding like this, it's an indication of a typhoon or a tsunami, wherever you see the water abruptly drop below the average when you seeing this going on, there's a tsunami or there's something dangerous on the way. And these are facts. Anybody go look that up. But these people told us that this was just a wild told us that it was just a wild anomaly and that their systems was down. Lo to behold, that 2 weeks after this even occurred, another anomaly just like that happened. So what the people started doing was recording in the part of the world where these anomalies were taking place, and it was flooding from here to Cape Town to Brazil, so on and so forth. Now, this was in Cape Town, Africa. After what we witnessed, everyone exposing the 83-foot waves, they told us that it was just a system error. People were literally recording right where the waves, the 83-foot waves was heading, which was near Africa. And these were the results of it. And they told us that it was all in our head or the system, it was a system error.
Odd wave anomaly south of.
Let's back it up and watch another one, more recent one. Let's see if I can find a video on the second anomaly. Here we go.
So the unexplained anomaly that we saw a couple weeks ago in the South Atlantic near Africa is back. So I just want to know, for those that were saying, oh, well, they said that it was a glitch in the computer system. So does this glitch happen over and over again?
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Y'all listen to everything that mainstream news media tells you. Well, I guess the glitch is back again, right? This ain't no damn glitch. They doing something in the ocean. This is the first anomaly that we saw. It was creating these massive waves out in the middle of the ocean. Now, with the new one that came out, the waves aren't that big, right? They're not as big, but it's a different shape and it's still waves. Now they're going in many different directions. To me, this is just my opinion, my speculation. They're doing some testing out there in the ocean, the South Atlantic Ocean to be specific. Had a tongue twister right there, my bad, y'all. But 2,660 miles of this anomaly. Very interesting. But what do y'all think? It definitely ain't no glitch. Peace and one love. So
And they really play on us and play against our intelligence. This is what I love about the world that I see today. Although these people are still in control and they're still doing whatever it is that they do to us, when I say that, it brings me joy to see that we as a race, not black, white, just as the human race, is really waking up to the government bullshit. But it's scary in the same sense because if I see this or if you see this, then we know that they see this. So when I say something devastating is going to happen to us, and it's not going to be by pure coincidence, we could go back to over 50, 60, 70 years, always one major event that threatened a small portion of humanity, and it's always in benefit of the elites or whatever or whatnot. And we are literally witnessing this. We could ring the bells, we could ring the alarms as loud as we want. It's not going to stop what's about to happen. And with this upcoming election, with this whole right left paradigm that's going on, all of these things that we're seeing go on in today, right now, it's going to be something like I could promise you that no one alive, not human anyway, have ever bear witness to. And it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be all that. I really encourage people to pay attention to what's going on. Although I know a lot of us who are target individuals, or a lot of us who's in the community that we in, far as if it's the truth, whether it's the TI or whatever or whatnot, don't stop spreading the word. Don't stop speaking on what's going on, regardless on how crazy they try to paint us to be and things of this nature. Because, like I said, I know it's sad I'm standing on, and we could all probably agree that sometimes I even probably go overboard when I'm going back and forth with certain individuals on YouTube, and I'm cussing. I'm sounding like a madman. I'm talking about bitch this, fuck you that, whole bitch this, so on and so forth. That do not define the side of the war that I'm on. And like I said, it really brings me joy to see how many people is waking up to the bullshit. Because if you look at my Facebook, from me personally knowing certain individuals, from the information that they share, the things that they talk about, I knew these individuals since like grade school, and they never been on it. These are always people who I was like literally classified as bots, like who don't know anything but what's going on in the world today. But I see a lot of people who I knew for a long time talk about the things in the world that's of some type of importance or whatever or whatnot. And it just, like I said, I don't know, it put a smile on my face though, because I'm trying to kick the devil in the balls, him and all his minions, bro. And I think that we all need to continue to spread the truth, however we want to get it out to whatever audience is willing to listen. I don't care if you get 2 views on the video, 4 views, whatever or whatnot. It don't make me no difference. I could be on here right now not getting 1 view. It's not going. Even when I started on YouTube, when you first start on YouTube, you really don't get no views at all. My first video that I ever did on YouTube, or at least on this channel, is still up there. Y'all go look. I never deleted. I'm talking about from 30 views to 40 views and so on and so forth. But it brings me great joy to see that people are really working up to what's going on. Man, when it comes to the recent fake aurora borealis being created, and we could trace this back to a whole scientific experiment being done in Alaska or whatever or whatnot, it's like really the gig is up. But it I can't even say that I admire these people. I look at these people as complete boneheads. Like, they're literally stuck in their ways. It's just like a gang stalker who you already exposed for being a gang stalker, and they still have no choice but to try to gaslight you and say that I'm not a gang stalker when you have all the proof that you ever need to prove that they're a gang stalker. It's like this is what these people are at this time. They literally have to keep the lie going. How bold could you be when you sit up here and say that it's a geostorm hitting the earth and it's gonna cause a power outage, when we've been talking about the grid going down for a few years now, since they've been hitting at it, this, that, and the third. And then they what they're trying to do is blame it on the boogeyman. They're trying to put it on natural occurrences when really they're gonna be the ones who take the grid down, but they don't want it to leak back to them. They want people to be dumb and absent-minded when it comes to things like this. So if I come out here and cook up a elaborate scheme or a plan, I tell y'all, well, geostorm is about to hit. We know that this is going to call the Northern Lights to show, and then we might lose power to the power grids. Well, in actuality, these people are not telling us, well, you know what? We figured out how to create the aurora borealis using radio signals. How is that not important to us? Just like y'all telling us that when it's a drought and it's not raining and we need rain, this, that, and the third, they're not broadcasting to the world that, yeah, well, we could do geoengineering and we could make it rain, this, that, and the third. So when we know that these people have heart and they could control the weather, then they would come out and tell us this. Then when all these weird occurrences or weird things start going on in the world, we're not supposed to look at them as the ones who's doing it, or we're labeled conspiracy theorists. Fuck you. I would never just bow down on that and not question them, especially when they make it known. They rub it clean in our face. So you mean to tell us, y'all would tell us that an F5 tornado hit Nebraska, and oh my God, we didn't see this coming. This haven't happened in over 100 years, and the whole time y'all telling us that y'all know how to create tornadoes. No, I'm not. I'm not even playing those games with these people. So, like I said, the Pope, we all know though how the Vatican is evil. We already know the symbology. We know the statues. We already know how the main hall to seat all them people is shaped like a snake. We're aware of this. But the thing is, these people have the biggest balls on earth because they know they're keeping track of this. They know that people know this and they're still pushing forward with their agenda. You have to be a bold, evil, like group of individuals to do something like that. Because to me, if I was to even be running game with somebody or to try to trick somebody, when I already feel as though that they already own to me, bro, I'd be like, all right, I'm just I'm just bullshitting. But not with these people. They're all in. I'm talking about all in. No matter who sees what's going on, we can predict what's going to go on. And these people are going to find new ways to try to introduce the same strategies that they've been trying to implement for so long. And when I say that shit is like, that's delusional right there. I'm not going to even lie. So a lot of people have to be worried about this. And more than likely, I'm not going to even say more than likely, it's more so the Christians because I believe so many people believe wholeheartedly into the Bible, which I'm not here to try to trample on. Nobody believes this, that, and the third, or whatever, or whatnot. But when you take something, say for instance, if I was to come up with this book and I get all these people, millions, millions, millions of people to believe in this book, and then I run a psychological campaign on these people, and then I play with them to tell them that the book fake, this, that, and the third. Do you know what that's going to cost? When you try to trample on somebody's beliefs. So this is what we got going on a mass scale. These people are attacking the very book and the very beliefs that they gave Christians in the first place to believe. You already know that in a world like we're in today, you can't trample on no one's beliefs, regardless on what it is that you believe. Unless you're someone who's willing to compromise and to be able to understand or see the bigger picture and see that uh, man, like I said, I don't want to say too much far wise because I know a lot of my subscribers believe in certain things. As I stated, I don't want to be the one who trample on someone's beliefs and things like that. So I'll never intentionally do something like that or whatever or whatnot. Who am I to do something like that? But I believe that we're all being played. More importantly, the Christians of today, because these people that gave these people a book that it made them to believe something wholeheartedly that these people are laying their life on the line for a book who's been edited, who's getting someone has to own the publishing rights to this book. A regular human like me and you own the publishing rights to this book. They're changing it on a day-to-day basis, on a year-to-year basis. So many books been taken out, so many new books been introduced, so on and so forth. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just me. Maybe it's just me who's looking at it. I ain't gonna say it's just me because I know it's a lot of people out there in the world who feel the same way. But as I stated though, these people know what they're doing and it's done on a level that most of us are not familiar with, like when it comes to that 48 powers of law or the auto war, that Sun Tzu type shit, or that strategic warfare. A lot of us probably heard of it, but we don't know the ramification or the tactics that's really used to implement and to cause or garner a reaction out of it. And when I say these people are playing us like a fiddle to the point where it have no choice but to work in their favor because it's gonna cross the line with those who believe, those who sort of believe, those who's with the system, those who's not with the system. So what I'm saying basically is, even if I don't believe in the Bible wholeheartedly, but I believe in right is right and wrong is wrong, and I'm on the side of right or whatever, whatnot. Most Christians who's diehard to the book is not trying to hear what I say when I say that, because in their head it's like, oh, oh, you don't believe in the book, you're a denier of Christ, this, that, the third. So automatically I'm an enemy to those people, although that they mean no harm because they believe in the Bible or whatever or whatnot. But to me, I believe that it is a tool used to control people on a massive scale. And these people, they got you to believe in a book so It's so cold the way these people play these games. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I said, the devil is very deceitful, bro. It's not. I'm not saying that things in the Bible is not true. It's not real because that's how you reel them in. Of course, it's a lot of things in the Bible that's real, who you could really build or live a good life based on if you were to be following certain scriptures. But there's a lot of scriptures that I could say that all of us don't agree with. It's crazy because I just recently subscribed to Ringo TV, right? And and he did a live earlier today, right? And he was talking about how Pastor Dow said that it is cool for that the based on biblical terms, saying that it's cool for people to kill the heathens and take their wives or whatever or whatnot. But in the Bible, it literally says things like that. It even says that I'm gonna find the scripture so people won't think I'm just picking the things of that nature because I really don't really care about what a person believes is. As I stated, I'm someone who stand by good. If you good, your intentions good, you know, your spirit good, your energy good, then I'm all for you. If you living for the right thing, I'm all for you. I know what evil is. I don't stand with it. I know what all that shit is. But in the Bible, it was saying it mentioned like a time or two where when you're at war, how you supposed to kill the kids, you know, take the woman for your own, especially if you're basically if your tribe was dying out and y'all need to reproduce, how it was okay to take a woman who wasn't yours. Even in the Bible, it was saying that how um someone could take a woman and then give that woman father 33 pieces of silver shekels or something like that. And I can't recall the exact scripture or whatever, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm include that as what is it, as a thumbnail or whatever or whatnot. I just say this to say that I don't know, man. We really need to know. We need to really be able to point out who's the enemy, who's here for humanity, who has humanity best stakes at heart or whatever or whatnot. Like I said, I don't want nobody to, even if they do, I don't really care, but only God could judge me. But I hate to see us as the human race having one common enemy and we're all fighting over a religion or fighting over a book when I believe that it's all instilled in us. If you were to go out here and commit an act that was bad or was it of let's say of righteousness, then in your heart of hearts or your spirit, it would let you know when you fucked up or when you did something that you didn't supposed to do. I believe that if the Bible was in a sense to me what's real, I believe that it's instilled in all of us. We already know what's right, what's wrong, or whatever. When I just believe certain people are operating on that devil frequency where it puts the Bible in a sense where everything that's said in it is I don't know, it's weird, bro, how I want to explain it. I ain't gonna talk about it too much because as I stated, I don't want nobody to really feel as though that I'm attacking their beliefs or attacking their God or feel like I'm atheist or something like that. Because I know how people could misinterpret, take things out of context. All I'm saying is I don't stand with what's going on in the world hmm from an innocent spirit point of view or whatever, despite how I go at it with certain individuals on YouTube or a certain individual. Like I said, to me in my mind, right is right, wrong is wrong. I could never like get over on somebody and not feel bad about doing it. I could never harm someone and not feel bad about doing it unless, you know, I operate on that double frequency. So when it brings me back to the point that I was saying, when I see the state of the world and how many people is waking up. But it's still we still got a lot of sheeps going on in the world or whatever. It still brings me joy though because I see it as like I said, more people waking up, people that I knew personally who wouldn't even touch on topics like this would indulge and talk about topics like this. What's going on far wise is the government versus the people and things of this nature. And I'm talking about people who I know personally who was maybe caught up in the streets, living their life, living a life of sin, who wouldn't even entertain a conversation like this because they so stuck in the material world. And those people I know a lot of people who have committed a complete 360, like on their Facebook, social media, that all they do now is point out the weird things that's going on in the world, talk about how the government is corrupt, talk about how the government is killing us, talk about chemtrails, talk about the poison, nanotech, and the food, and so on and so forth. So I really do see a shift, but I don't know how strong it's going to be to stop what's going on or what's to come to us, because I believe that before this election come or right before the election come, that we're all going to witness something that we never say, our grandparents never say, probably more likely like the oldest living relative in our family never even bear witness to a lot of the things that's been going on over the last 4 years since COVID hit. I'm pretty sure it's so many people in our family, whose elders in our family, who could assure you that they never even witnessed what's going on today. So for what I think that's gonna go on right before election and all this, I think that is getting to a critical point where we are gonna witness some things that is gonna be historical for our wise in the human race. I just want people to be prepared for it, to be honest. Hopefully I be prepared for it, because if you're not prepared for it, you bound to drizzle out, if you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, I ain't here to shit on nobody faith, no nothing. I just want us as a human race, to understand who the true enemies are. I mean, set religion to the side. I ain't gonna say set beliefs to the side, because you gotta have some sort of beliefs to even function on a yin and yang sort of scale, on a good versus evil. If you don't have any one of the two, then I don't even trust you. If you ain't even on the side of neither one of the two, it ain't no being neutral when it comes to what's going on in the world. So as I stated, I ain't really trying to shit on anyone beliefs. Believe what you believe. Long as what you believe is on a moral compass, on a moral scale, leading you to do the right thing. And I ain't talking about on no weirdo shit that you would do that you know going to affect or hurt the next person or individual or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I might don't be, hmm, how can I say? I might don't be the one in the community who articulate itself in a well manner or soft spoken way, but I understand and I know what I stand for. I know what side I stand for. I know what it is that I'm on YouTube fighting against, fighting for, and so on and so forth. I just don't want us to keep falling victim to what's really going on, and to these people really playing us like a violin. Like I said, live and let live, love and let live. We really got to organize to what's going on, because I mean I can only imagine how many of us would be unprepared if the grid was to go out right now. How many of us on YouTube think that we are really, or we have the skill set to survive? What would transpire after that? How many of you can honestly say that y'all would survive 3 months with the grid off? No power, no clean water. We got to rely on survival skills. How many of y'all really think that y'all would make it? Not to be on no arrogant type shit. How many of y'all really think that y'all would make it? How many? I don't think I would probably make it. I don't know. I don't know. For a whole six months on pure survival skills, not knowing how to spark a fire in the wilderness without a lighter or some sort of accelerant to help a guy, not knowing how to properly hunt, clean water, turn dirty water into drinkable water. How many? I don't think it'll be a lot of us on YouTube really surviving them circumstances, because most of us are not equipped with the skill set to deal with something like that. And this is me included. No matter how clever or how smart that I try to sound or seem or whatever or whatnot, 9 months, I'm talking about in a world full of disaster, no power, no clean water, no grocery stores, money not being accepted. We can't buy food. We gotta literally like survive. I don't I don't know. Jeez, that'll be tough. That'll be tough. I've been reading long enough. Let me see. Skill sets, I got all that. In my Donna Summers voice, I will survive. Love light worker. You need to create a channel based on that though, because I definitely told in because I ain't the smartest man in the world. Oh, it's still a lot of learning we all got to do. But if you got certain sales skets, like I said, I be watching certain survival tactic videos and things of this nature. But I don't think that I accumulated enough lot knowledge over the time to survive. Had something happen right now, if the grid was to go down right now, I'll just be being I just be being bold and egotistical to say, yeah, I survived. I survived. When in all honesty, I don't think that a full year without the grid, I don't think I'm gonna survive because I'm not equipped with the necessary survival skills. You put me in a forest right now, I'm gonna look like a caveman who just discovered fire if I just so happen to be able to be lucky to the start one. For the most part, I ain't gonna sit up there and lie. I don't know how to filter water to make it from non-drinkable to drinkable. I don't know how to do none of that. Those videos, but I'm working. Wanted to help deliver skill sets, hand works. Yeah, you need to do that, man. Because, like I said, that could be a very useful channel. Like I said, I believe a lot of us in this truth community is not prepared for what's to come, to be honest, and me included. So this is not me trying to put myself above nobody. I'm just being real. I wouldn't know how to do none of that shit. I ain't lying. I know how to take it. Worst come to worst, but far wise as to survive straight off of basic skill sets that I think that all of us should have learned. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I can't go out here and I know Boy Scouts who they learned that start a fire with two sticks. I couldn't even do that. There's a lot of things my grands taught me that is basic skill set. Weaving, finger, crochet, or knitting with sticks. Yeah, see, I don't know none of that. I ain't even ashamed of saying I wasn't taught that. I was caught up in the world today. I wasn't interested in that. Nobody showed me the importance of learning things like that. Herbs, turning them into oil and essence. Yeah, you need to create you a new YouTube channel. If they won't let you post videos on this profile that you got, you can leave your information on my page or my community feed. I definitely share more. Importantly, I definitely tune in and watch it because, like I said, it's nothing more important in the times that we're in right now than to learn those special skill sets to be able to survive without government, to be solely independent, not even that, just to have some self reinsurance on you being able to ensure that you could survive without the help or necessities of nobody else. That's a flex right there. I ain't gonna lie, that's a flex. Because there's gonna be so many of us die off if something was to happen. Let the grid go down for 3 months. Watch how the population around the United States dwindle. I'm talking about at a significant rate. You think that a lot of these people in the TI community got know how to self sustain themselves if the grid was to go down? I'm not saying that there's none that don't know how to do it, but I'm trying to tell you when it comes to it, it's going to be at least I say 8 out of 10 who don't know how to survive without current technology, the power, how to convert non-drinking water into drinking water, how to start a fire, how to hunt, how to create or make shelter in inclement weathers. Like a lot of us ain't gonna be able to know that. I ain't basing it solely on me. I'm just basing it off the interactions and the people who I deal with far wise online. I wouldn't know poison ivy from a wild thornberry bush if some shit was to happen. I've been to try to clean. I've been to try to clean a wound I didn't pick from a poison ivy bush. I'm talking about poison oak or something. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front like I know this and that and the third. If I don't know it, I'm more than willing to learn. I ain't saying that it's too late. I ain't saying that it's too early, but a lot of that I don't know. I was caught up in. I was just caught up in the world today. A lot of us are not taught those survival skills. We don't prep for it. We don't think about it. We then became so dependent on the government and the world of day supermarkets, their power grid, and so on and so forth. But I've been watching a lot of videos of people really living off the grid and things of this nature. And even with that, it's still not enough to the point where I think I'll be able to survive, hold my family down, this, that, and the third. Hell no. I think I'll really be in trouble. I ain't saying that I ain't gonna get out here and try to do it, but shit, trying and knowing how to do it is two different things. So really, that's that. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to accomplish. There's a lot of things I still want to learn, grow to know how to do it and things of this nature. Because honestly, I believe that we're about to witness and go through a event that none of us who's alive right now, I don't care how old you is, like ever could even imagine. And for real, it's kind of like, I don't want to say scary in a sense, but in the way it is scary because we never know what's gonna happen. We never know what's gonna unfold. Like we heard the rumors and the talk about it, but could we really imagine it going on? We've been hearing about the power grid cutting off for what since COVID hit. We haven't bear witness to it. We see little things go on from state to state, but worldwide or either across the U.S. states and abroad, hell no. A lot of us gonna be unprepared for that, and unfortunately, I'm gonna be on the side that's unprepared for it. I ain't gonna even lie, and I ain't gonna say that it's too late to get, my shit in order. But with battling the program, to be honest, I feel as though that it's too late. I don't want to think it. I don't want to admit defeat and things like this. As I stated, if it was to go all right now, ain't nothing gonna stop me from trying to survive. That's just human nature. But shit, I don't know how long. I don't know how long trying not to survive is gonna goddamn keep me and my family good though. And that's thing though, and it's growing closer to election time. It's growing closer, and I don't think that it's gonna be a pretty sight at all. It's not, especially after 4 years ago, the last election, when the world witnessed the election get stolen. We already know they're cooking up something right now. Even though I'm not a firm believer into the right or the left paradigm, I believe that all of the rich people is playing us poor folks. That's what I believe to keep us down to stop a uprising. That's just me personally. I don't believe in the left or right, but I believe that they definitely brewing into a civil war, and they really just playing us everything in the aspect of. Bro, it's just so crazy because it's a silent war going on and they distracting us so much. Like a lot of us are familiar with electronic warfare and we going through direct energy weapons or being targeted by radio waves or microwaves and things of this nature. I was just reading an article and watching a video the other day where it says that Bill Gates bought the vast majority of the Pepsi company and Coca-Cola company. And not too long after he did that, they found nanotech and Pepsis and things of this nature. It's like they're fighting a futuristic war, and most of us are still distracted based on what these people are, the tactics these people are using against us, bro. When I say these people really cooked up a plan, I'm talking about the master plan. And we could only imagine what's going. I know I could. It may sound like I may know some, although I research, I watch videos here and there. We could never be sure of dealing with these people. All I know is going to be something that we never imagined. It's gonna be something that we never imagined. They too bold with it. They too clever. The technology is just out of this world on what they got to do. It's I don't know. It's a lot, bro. Like I said, I don't know if it's information overload. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I done went too far down the rabbit hole or whatever. But it definitely got me paranoid to a sense where I don't. I'm kind of leery about this election coming up. I ain't gonna even lie, especially when you got a family, you got kids and things like that, and you're living in the truth and you're aware of what's going on. It's weird, bro. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe the feeling or whatever or whatnot. What I said, I ain't one of those individuals that's easy to scare, but not knowing what's going to happen coming towards this election, especially when you have these people, men that they're going to speed up the 2030 agenda they want to accomplish by 2025. It's it's weird, especially when you're like I said, like caught up in the truth, and you pay attention to what's going on in Davos. You pay attention to what's going on in the World Economic Forum, and it's crazy. It's crazy for real. A lot of people probably don't stress it to the point where I do, but it's like I'm in a race right now to make sure my family is straight. Whether it's me buying acres, even though that's not going to insure it, but it'll bring some sort of comfort to me because worst come to worst, how long would you think that your family will put up with it with, just say for instance, if they implement the mark of the beast and we can't buy, sell, or trade, do you know how many people around you are gonna cave into getting the mark of the beast because mentally they're not equipped with going out here and try to survive and fight on their own, living off the land, learning these certain survival skills I was just talking about. It's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be trusting the government who you never thought that you would see trusting the government. Like I said, they done fucked me over so much. It's nothing they could ever say or do that'll have me trusting them. I don't give a fuck what's going on. It's nothing they could say that'll make me trust them. The FBI, the CIA, it's nothing. None of them can say. Local law enforcement, fire department, nothing. My trust just fucked up when it comes to the system. It'll never be the same. I have absolute zero reason to trust them or believe that they're doing anything for the good of humanity. No, sir. I'm not buying into it. Like I said, though, we got a few months to go or whatever or whatnot before this upcoming election. And like I said before, we already see the narrative being painted. Before these people allowed Donald Trump to get back into the office, sheesh, they're going to start a civil war. They definitely going to start a civil war. Yeah, I'm ready to get off here. I done rambled on about shit that I ain't even supposed to been on here talking about. Not that I ain't supposed to been talking about, but it took away from the topic at hand. I'm just up here ramping and freestyling right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off this call, shot and girl back, see what the hell going on. I should have been a little bit more. They trying to entice any kind of war. Hell yeah, they is. But we got to understand how many people are going to fall for it. So it's going to put us in a situation. Just because you know not to fall for it, don't mean that you're not going to have to engage. Because if they set it off in the United States, it's not like you're going to be able to walk around telling people like, no, don't do this because the government wanted us to do this. Those people who's already brainwashed and falling for the antics or the theatrics that's being displayed or put in front of us, they're not going to try to hear none of that. So it's like once it kick off, we got to pick a side. We gonna have to fight. We gonna have to survive. I think they're gonna be, like I said, I really think that they're gonna achieve their goal. When we go back looking into history, all great empires crumbled, from the Roman Empire to Babylon to, I mean, you name it, from the Genghis Khan to, I mean, you name it. Every great empire had its run and came crashing down. We all know that the United States is next. Yeah, but sheesh, I ain't sure that that's really working, especially when we got people still hooked on social media and mainstream media and things of that nature. I just believe that the brainwashing is at an all-time high, and there's a lot of people who have fell victim for it. It's hard for a regular Joe to try to convince someone who's an advocate watcher of your nightly news to listen to us over the news. I don't see the logic in that. They're not about to listen to us. They're gonna look at us like we're mental patients. Although we could be the very ones telling them the truth, but like I said, they're so comfortable and so programmed that we're gonna literally appear like the crazy ones to them. Speaking the truth right now is very dangerous. I mean, it's always been, but they could broadcast how dangerous it is now because how easy it is to access the internet and social media and things like that. But I don't know, man. I just pray it all work itself out. I pray, like I said, we'll know. We got a, let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We got like, let me see, May. We got 5 months left. We literally got 5 months left before the election. Mm-mm-mm. I'm ready to put on my calendar right now for November 7th, a day before the election. We all know it. We all sense it. We all feel it. Something crazy is going to go on before this upcoming election. I believe it's going to be something like the last Civil War. When was the last Civil War? Let me see. It's about time for another one. Jeez, jeez. We long overdue. Yeah, we long overdue. 1865. That joint lasted for 4 years. Jeez. Man in Northern Virginia. When they have court used by Robert General E. Lee, include the surrender of the CSS Shenandoah. The last job we had was about 100 and what? 64 years ago. 164 years ago. Yeah, we long overdue. We definitely long overdue from a civil war. Like I said, I just hope everybody be prepared what goes up. Excuse me. I've been talking so much, my damn throat dries a bit. But let me go ahead and get up off this and call Shorty Girl number 2 right quick. Call my Lou.